don't see any blood on them? Like you ain't noticed yet the spats of blood on them? Louie's the definition of that girl who no matter what her boo does, she's always there to big up her boo. I feel like I'm giving 90s vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Is it just me? I don't know. I feel like I'm giving today. Hey guys, it's your girl coming back to you for, if you've already read the thumbnail, you already know, Interview with the Vampire episode 2. Yes! And just so you know, yes, I saw your comments. I understand now that Lestat is not necessarily the bad guy, but more so like crazy boy, crazy love boy in love, I guess. I mean, I feel like I have to look at Lestat in like a different type of energy, kind of like maybe 16-year-old schoolgirl type of energy. I had to stop and kind of look at it from Lestat's point of view a little bit, and I don't know, I guess maybe if I'm a deranged vampire who finally got like the love of my life in bed and then he didn't call me later on and he was avoiding me, maybe I'd go deranged too. I guess maybe if I ain't got no humanity. I still feel like he lost his cool a little too much for my taste, but that's just me, guys. That is just me. I ain't trying to say too much because there's a lot of y'all out there that's very team Lestat, okay? So I ain't trying to say nothing to go against y'all right now. But anyway, guys, let's get these unpleasantries out of the way so we can get started. Hello, my name's Shalaya, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not, hey fam! Around here on my cozy little corner, I like to react to movies and TV shows. TV shows mainly, specifically, most of the time. And I like to give commentary about it. So if you're a person who likes reaction videos and likes more commentary than movie, then look no further than here because that is all I do. So guys, now that we've got all those unpleasantries out of the way, let's move on to the show. Honestly, the first question I'm gonna wonder is how they gonna explain that whole cathedral episode. Like, what are we gonna say about the church? What are we gonna say about the father? And what's the excuse we gonna give? Are we gonna say it was attacked? Some type of vandalism? What are we gonna do to explain what happened in this church? Also, a lot of y'all was in the comments telling me that Lestat did not kill Paul. Paul did it of his own volition, so I got you there too. We are clear on that. Unfortunately, Paul decided to ruin his sister's wedding by offing himself on her said wedding day. All I can think of is, dang Paul, how selfish of you. After the phantoms of your former self. I don't know, I feel like I should be saying that old worldly like. Oh God, that's funny. After all that fiasco in the church, yeah, I guess is where we gonna angle the camera.
Keep hearing that sound.
The building sways a bit. That is according to its design, given the height.
Oh man, how tall is that building?
Did you always work for him? Sign an NDA?
I serve a god.
Oh, somebody's dedicated.
It is my honor to serve.
Sir, now, do you hope that if you serve him well enough, you might become a vampire, or are you just really happy to serve to be happy to serve?
Mr. Depois-Dulac will join you at course 7.
How many courses are there?
Ooh, is that tofu? It looks so dry. Dulac. I would have thought you would have had something nicer looking, or at least more appealing. How much food you think I want to eat? Like for real? Y'all think I'm that hungry? That's a whole process. I mean, does he really have to make a whole performance out of getting his meal together? Okay, it's a little bit of vitamin O, sir, okay? Put your vitamin B in the drink and sip.
Of oil, salt, a garnish of green grapes, and AB negative, fresh from the farm.
Oh, I was wrong. AB. Isn't that more rare? I think AB is like rarer than O.
2 vampires walk into a church. That's where we left off.
Blissing out post-priesticide.
Yeah. Now, how are we explaining that?
Bliss was merely a stage, and pain followed.
Whoa.
What's happening?
Your body is confused. Your lungs feel like water, your heart fire. You feel as if you're dying. Because you are.
I love how he says it so matter-of-factly. He's walking around like a zombie up in his feet. And Lestat is just like,
And then there's the red room. Proper disposal is the penance of a sated vampire. And you know what's that? Conveniently don't get a graveyard nearby.
at least he's not dumb enough to leave those priests there. Thank goodness for that.
So? We live off the blood of the living. Lap up the blood of the deceased and it'll suck you right down into death.
Huh? Was it like a drug? Was it like crack for vampires? He's still alive! Oh my god! Oh, Lestat, I'm trying so hard to look at you in a better light, but dang, this don't make it no better. He looks nuts. I know you lose your humanity as a vampire, but dang, do you also lose a Well, I guess, is losing your humanity the same as losing your sanity? That's an interesting question. Man, it's like he's on the best acid trip.
Lestat's blood was giggling inside me, teasing my senses with overwhelming detail.
You were fucking loaded.
Very much so.
Beyond articulation.
A cokehead recognizes the cokehead syndrome.
Are you hungry, Louis?
Well, just don't go for your own people. Please, don't kill your family, Louis. Okay, well, maybe Mama Duloc. Mama Duloc might be able to get it, but don't you touch that sister. Don't you touch her. You can touch Levi, though. Levi can go, too.
You have the power to subdue anyone you want.
Yeah.
Please, no.
You'll spend most of the evening trying to separate him from his crew. When he turns up missing in the morning, you'll have half the frigate on the prowl looking for him. It's best to let the food come to you.
Smart. Because I was thinking that was not a good look.
I was a baby bird in Lestat's nest, not yet ready to hunt.
Oh, little fledgling vampire.
You gentlemen down here. Now what do you grow? You grow cotton?
Sugar.
Louis, get it together.
Careful, Moshe. You're beginning to frighten the man.
I'm just like, God, send him home and just bring the meal to him because, like, this might not work out. He's a loose cannon at this point. And Lestat should know this. I mean, at the end of the day, Lestat, you should have known he was going to be so hungry. You should have already had a meal prepared.
Talking about gas-powered, open-geared beasts of burden.
Sir, you don't see any blood on them? Like, you ain't noticed yet the spats of blood on them?
Thank you. You, on your sleep.
No, now you notice.
Whenever you're ready, Louis.
What an embarrassment.
He thought he was gonna get another good punch. Nah, not on Lestat you don't. Not on Lestat you don't.
The neck. Bite the neck, Louis. No, you don't bite the blood. You suck it.
Oh my God, what is this? Oh my God. Ooh, Vampire 101. All right. Class is in session, right, guys?
The first time is the most unwieldy. You come to enjoy it. Its variations. Little surprises.
These little surprises. What surprises?
I gotta go home. I gotta collect money from the cribs.
Sir.
I have to go see Grace and Paul.
Louis, you're spiraling. Come on. Get it together, boo. Get it together, boo.
Oh, dear.
You didn't fucking hear me! I need to go home.
Ain't no going home right now, boo. You're unstable.
You're going to find that very difficult.
Well, Lestat, you didn't tell him? So I guess Lestat was like, I'll just let him learn on his own.
He needs some milk!
Hard lessons, bruh. I guess I don't know. My goodness.
The sun gives life to everything but us. I should have told you that.
You probably should have. You should have. Because that could have easily blown your cover. If he had, like, burst into ashes, that would have not only messed you up, Lestat, like, you would have been devastated, let's just be real, but it would have also blown your cover. He's got a good walk. He's got a very nice walk. Oh, God. The coffin.
I ain't sleeping in there.
You've had a long life, Louis.
Not long enough, honestly.
Have a rest. It's okay. You can be on top.
Go on, Louis. You know you want to. He won't bite much. Poor Louis. He looks a mess.
He rushed me headlong as if it was something to put behind us.
I mean, I guess he figured get it over quick.
Death, rebirth, coming out, homicide. Too many firsts for one night.
You robbed a daughter of her father.
Hey, it's a food system here, bruh. Don't be mad if you're not on the top.
In the quiet dark, we were equals.
White master, black student,
Wow.
but equal in the quiet dark.
He didn't have to do him like that. big ass cage. The fuck is that?
Rabbit three ways and Volpe's repelli, or repel Sandman.
Ew! I mean, like, do I need to see this? Do I need to see this?
You contemplate the life of the rabbit before you cut it, or do you simply cut?
I mean, he's got a point. As drastic as he wanted to put it.
Vampires are killers. The ability to see a human life in its entirety with the thrilling satisfaction of being the end of that life.
But can you do it and still wipe your mouth? I am sorry. You put a whole performance of putting saran wrap on the table, but you ain't got a napkin on that motherfucker to wipe your face.
Don't expect every reader to swallow that one.
That's the purpose. Our book must be a warning as much as anything. These are nightmares I'm having, Lestat, not dreams. How's your arm?
Is it healing properly?
Boy, I've been like, we talking to him again? That's what Finn's face said. He said, wait, we talking to him again? We cool? Cause I thought we wasn't cool.
The new gaming house you're fixing on for the alderman. I want to manage it. I'm good with people. I'm good with numbers.
He's lying, you know.
Didn't figure him a bean counter.
No, he wants the job so he can steal from you.
I mean, figures. Everybody's out for themselves in this business. You didn't think he wanted the job so he could really just work hard, did you?
And you know that because you got in his head just now.
Vampires can read minds, mon cher.
And you gonna sit on that skill for how long? You gonna make me beg?
That must have been a nice, long, good time in that coffin because he is acting like everything else was just didn't happen.
You can see their thoughts, like one reeler almost. It's a very distracting gift.
What am I thinking right now?
Does it work on other vampires?
A sacrifice is made when the dark gift is shed.
You can't read my mind anymore?
The architects of our creation mean to humble us.
This is very interesting how he is just nonchalant about going about teaching him the ways of the vampire.
We'll only be here now.
Look what the wind blew in.
Mama.
Oh, Lord, don't tell me he ain't welcome.
Move half a mile away. Don't come see your family for half a season.
Lady, you think I want to talk to you after all that stuff you done said? I need a breather, okay? Last time I checked, I think we both need a breather.
Don't come back, fragile son.
Oh.
It's a half mile both ways, Mama.
Lady, did we forget what you said to me? Did we forget what you was saying to me? Like before we parted? Stop playing with me, mama.
You see my alligator, man? See my lost it by the punch bowl.
Aww. See how? I mean, forget the mama part. You had your sister worried.
Wait. Oh my. You making me an uncle out here?
Who told you?
Oh, she's pregnant.
And what? And what?
Only twins.
Okay, now you're doing a little much.
Take them glasses off and look at
Don't
your baby
give me those
sister.
back.
Your eyes, like a church window.
I'm like, I'm going blind, Grace. Few years from now, I won't be able to see much.
These balconies have to be decorative only. Building codes allow those for residence, not for business.
Well, that's only if you call it a box.
What are you calling it?
Fire escape.
That's clever, my boy. It's very clever.
I know that's right. See? And that's why I'm the business partner, okay? And you're you.
Dozen rooms, proper acoustics for the musician to drown out the business behind the wall.
Well, you really do have a mind inside that head of yours.
Well, anyways.
Okay, you keep on insulting me now, and I'm gonna forget everything I done said and come off the block on you.
I know some of the finishes seem penny heavy. His name going out there. So every detail has to shout exclusive.
Bright and industrious, huh?
Boy, did you just
Bright and industrious, huh?
eat him? I am not gonna say nothing if he goes missing.
You really have earned your 15%.
I'm sorry, how much?
You truly are an exceptional Negro. Exceptional Negro. Exceptional Negro. Negro.
It's that word again. It's like I know they trying to be nice, but it's like every time you hear it, God, it's so hurtful. It does something in here, y'all.
I have powers now, and decades of rage to process.
You gonna go eat him? You ate him.
It was both random and unfortunate the man picked that night to dabble in fuckery.
You most definitely ate him.
Louis, my boy!
Oh, he was peeing.
What were you think? Disrespecting me. How did he do that? He told me I did a good job.
You are a library of confusion.
Complicated situation we got here is what I'm saying.
This was an important man in town. The police will be looking for this man, fledgling.
I said, hey, you wanted me to be a vampire and you wanted me to embrace the vampire. I'm embracing the vampire. And last time I checked, you said they was nothing but food.
You need to show restraint, fledgling.
You need to stop using that word right now, because it sounded a little like slave. Well, that's what it fucking sound like.
Maybe more so like boy, the equivalent of boy.
Fuck you. Va te faire foutre aussi.
Now we sleeping in two separate coffins. Look, we so upset with each other.
I don't like sleeping angry. For the record, if disrespect was done to you, I would have killed him myself.
Aw, thank you, boo.
Well, what can I do to make it up to you?
I want to buy the Fair Play Saloon.
You already was ready with that shit. Man, he like me. Just keeping quiet just until I break you. He must be a tourist.
Sign here.
That's a mighty tall ladder you're climbing, Mr. Dulac.
Well, you know I like the height. Looking around, Louis, I don't see him. Looking around for some black people, Louis. Don't turn into one of those dudes, you know, the ones who like get so hoity-toity he only let the white people in and no blacks.
Miss Williams?
Mr. Dulac.
Oh, hey, my girl. Look at her looking all respectable. You know who she look like? Oh, Delta Reeves in Harlem Nights. I'm in charge of the girls.
From 1912 to 1917, I made a mountain of money. But in the essential duties of the executor in charge, I had been most delinquent.
What do you mean?
We named him Benjamin.
Really? Really? You forgot about your dang sister again?
So busy with work and, you know.
Him?
Mm-hmm.
How are things with you? And is the star still right?
Yes, it's Lestat.
Oh, your nephew.
Don't bite your nephew. I already saw the commercials. I already know what this is. Don't you bite your nephew, boy. He ain't gonna bite that baby. You better not bite that baby. No, I have faith in you, Louis. You wouldn't. Would he? Louis, get it together. Put the baby on the couch if you have to. Put the baby on the couch and walk away, but don't you touch that baby, Louis.
All right. Here it is.
That was too close.
Well,
I know that's right. The baby can sense danger. Go away.
you should stay the night. I'm sure Mama would love to see you.
I know you fucking lied. Yeah, we both ain't gonna make that lie. Are you gonna do something? Well, you say that stuff like you don't have feet, Levi. Are you no longer doing anything to help with the twins?
Okay, let me just see what the heck's going on.
Oh, Lord. Put the baby down if you cannot contain yourself.
I no longer kill. I want our readers to understand that.
Okay.
Increase their numbers.
We having a guest?
2 questions. Did you eat the baby?
I know that's right.
And is the pandemic the opening they've been waiting for?
Pandemic, the unraveling of geopolitical foundations.
You didn't say no.
Did you eat the baby?
I know, right? I said you are not answering the question here.
Or the Arab youth whose family were wiped from existence.
Did you eat the baby?
I don't even care what else he's saying right now. I just noticed that he still ain't answered the question of whether he ate the baby.
Drone. No, I'm sure you're right.
Now, was that a no, he didn't eat the baby?
Hello, Damek.
Or was that a no to everything else he was saying? And 2, is this like a 5-course meal? Like, okay, first we got the live hair. Second course, we got the random guy off the street. Third course, what's that gonna be? What's he gonna have for dessert?
Yeah, you know live Dubai, don't you, Bill?
He's American, Damek.
You like Dubai?
So you're just trying to make this weird, aren't you? Are you trying to make this weird, Louise?
Thank you, Damek. See you soon.
Like, so, are you just a thing? You get paid for this? Is it like a blood drive? Is it like donation, you know? Like a blood bank, I guess. Just, you know, just going in there, letting the vampire suck on my neck. I get my little $400.
Rashid?
Would he just die or faint?
The baby.
He would not. No, I don't believe he would do anything to that baby. I don't believe he would. I don't believe he would. What? Why he just, I guess, whatever. Just as long as you laid him down and let him go.
I'm never gonna get control over it.
Just stop seeing them, Louis. It's a rite of passage for all of us.
Ain't never gonna have a family of my own, am I? No sons, no daughters.
I mean, that's the price you pay for the dark gift, baby.
I'm your family, Louis.
Just throw me in the incinerator and make another one.
I have 2 centuries walked this earth and can report you have no twin. You're a challenge every sunset, Saint Louis. And I'd have it no other way.
Oh, Lestat, you say such nicest things when I'm upset.
Here's an idea. Let's take a holiday. How about Rome? Gone away.
How you gonna get coffins across the Atlantic?
We can just buy coffins when we get there.
That can be an inconvenience, but not impossible, obviously.
I just don't understand, like, is there something specific to his coffin that he can't buy another one when he gets to Rome?
Pity. We'll just have to settle for Rome coming to us.
I almost stayed my nephew, Lestat.
I have a private box and I had tuxedos made. I've been neglectful of our romance.
It is amazing how he's able to change his emotions so quickly. It really is. Like, he was all distraught. You see him, how distraught he was. He was like, I almost ate my nephew, Lestat. And then he was like, I got 2 tuxedos. And he just, after that, Louise is just like,
shit, Negro. That's all you had to say.
The status I enjoyed in Storyville did not extend itself to the operators and patrons of the French Opera House on Bourbon and Toulouse. I performed as his valet, walked a pace behind him.
really? I'm sorry, but I thought we was supposed to be above some stuff now, so I still gotta act like the servant?
Remained standing in the back of the box until the lights went down and only joined next to him once the overture had begun.
Like, okay, that sounds like a lot.
There's one thing about being a vampire that I most fear above all else, and that is loneliness. You take this feeling away from me, Louis. We must stay together and take precaution.
Like, what are we taking precautions from? Precautions against the loneliness? Boy, I'm very sociable. I can make lots of friends.
Rano was everything Lestat said she would be.
Oh God, her makeup is hideous. Good thing her voice sound good.
And music. That was where Lestat separated man from food. Music pierced his damned soul. And any humans who were involved in the creation of it existed on an elevated plane in his eyes.
So that's what you gotta do? You gotta be a musician for this motherfucker? Don't kill me! I can play a jig! Hold on! me. Did I tell you I'm a very good soprano? Don't kill me! I can sing the 5th operetta! Is there a 5th operetta? I don't know. Probably not.
There was one issue, however, that threatened to pop the bubble of our Italian holiday. Tenor playing Ernesto. To be kind, he did not live in the soprano's vocal stratosphere.
Is that your way of saying he's terrible? Oh my goodness, he's pitchy. Oh no. How did he even get on the stage? So was he an understudy? Like, for real. How did he even get on the stage with her?
I don't understand how someone like that can make it onto a stage.
Me and Lestat are in the same boat. What? And he's really trying too, y'all. He's really trying to be that terrible. Oh, what are we doing? What are we doing, Lestat? Is that how we get our frustrations out right now? I mean, come on, that looks painful. What y'all clapping for?
It didn't help matters that the majority of the audience didn't seem to notice. The curtain fell like a guillotine, and Lestat leapt to his feet in mock appreciation, which could mean only one thing. The hunt was on.
Oh no. I mean, dang, Lestat. Was he that terrible?
This poor soul was someone's son, someone's brother.
And a bad singer.
And he was to be butchered for what? An offending note?
I mean, it was several offending notes, to be fair.
He sat the tenor down and sang as it was written. Lestat removed a lifetime of confidence, of joy, in less than half an hour.
What I don't don't get is, who cares? What's the point in trying to teach him anything or trying to mock him if you just gonna eat him later, Lestat? I mean, for real, this is a bit more than playing with our food.
E dove è finita la tua voce?
Man of many talents. Was he trilingual?
So no more of your sound can pollute this world.
Why do you do this, Lestat?
Because I like it.
Well, I like to do it.
Don't have to humiliate him. Well, I don't say that you have to enjoy it! Embrace what you are! You are a killer, Louis!
Ooh, okay, well, that part right there is where we're gonna have to part. Okay, I was agreeing with you until then. Like, we ain't gotta do all that.
Lestat was an artist. He had cut the man tenderly so that he could not call for help, but also so that his death was slow. And I felt the charge witnessing it.
Louis the definition of that girl who, no matter what her boo does, she's always there to big up her boo. That's Louis right now. Like, you know, he may be a little crazy, but like when he kills, it's an art form. Y'all just don't know. Okay, my man is an artist. Oh my goodness, that looks painful. Like, all right, now I'm in agreement. A few bad notes don't warrant this. I mean, if you're gonna kill him, cool as that, but dang, you ain't gotta torture him like this.
If you finally submit to your nature, you will be filled. You'll see death in all its beauty. You alone of all creatures can strike like the hand of God.
He sure do talk a good game. I'll give him that. He is a con man in the game.
And I was still very much under his power.
No, Louis, that's somebody's son. Louis, that's somebody's father. Louis, remember? That's somebody's brother. Huh? I guess now he's just part of the food chain.
I was never going to be a natural. I was a shame-ridden second.
What? No fancy dessert? Well, I mean, that's a fancy dessert, but what I'm saying is, you know, no fancy like blood-related, coagulated dessert?
Fumbling, despondent killer.
Nah, because if we eating the same thing, I need to know what's in it. I'm sorry.
I try to have a human dish once a week. There was an offhanded remark in your memoir about this dessert. I hope you don't mind.
What does this taste like to you?
Probably the same it tastes like to you.
Like paste?
Wait, what?
Chalk? Like soap?
Okay, well, I was gonna think dairy. Is it just a gross dessert? Or is it just his taste buds is off?
This is the dessert I had after I proposed to my first wife. We were in Paris. Little cafe on the Rue Servandoni.
I know it. It's a beautiful street.
He's probably just like, I've walked there several times, many years.
Alice, half of her eyebrow was blonde, like a mutt. She always dyed it back to brown. I liked it when she left it alone.
Are we having a moment? Guys, are we having a moment? Oh my goodness, look at y'all. Daniel, Louis, growth. And that's it, that's the end of that. Oh, that was a cute little moment that they shared together. Louis showing his human side. That was a good episode, y'all. Another good episode. And it wasn't like, okay, it was chaotic. Don't get me wrong. It had its moments. Like, it started off like, whoa, okay, we going in here. We going in. We hiding the bodies. We doing all this. Learning how to be a vampire. Getting the vampire one-on-one. All of that stuff. That was a rush. The pacing felt good. I liked it. And then how it started out really chaotic and confusing at the beginning. And then at the end, it kind of ended like peaceful and like serene type. I like the what's it called? I liked how they started that. I liked I don't know what the word is, juxtaposition or composition, comparable, either way, whatever. Yeah, maybe somebody knows the word, but anyway, I like how they did that. And then I liked how it was basically showing Louis having to come to terms with the fact that he's not gonna be with his family anymore. He's not gonna be human anymore. He doesn't have the human life anymore, and just it's like, I guess he's starting to embrace the life of a vampire. It doesn't feel like he's really embracing it to me. It feels like he's still fighting it, which understandable. You know, Lestat didn't exactly explain things well to you as he was talking about it. He just was talking about, oh, I'm gonna give you a dark gift, like it was like some secret powers like Jafar. He didn't explain very well in all that chaos that he wasn't gonna be able to see his family anymore. He wasn't gonna be able to walk in the light, you know. Maybe it would have been nice if Lestat had maybe given him a brochure of some sort before he decided to change him, or maybe sat down and explained, you know, like, look, boo, I want to be with you forever and everything, but like some things are gonna have to change in your lifestyle if you want to be with me. That's just don't be the way it have to be, okay? Something along those lines. Lestat, I feel, should have just explained to him better if he wanted him to assimilate into the vampire lifestyle as quickly as it seemed like he wanted him to assimilate, because it seemed like a Lestat was like, okay, this is it, you in the vampire life, boo. But you know, it's clear that Louis is not going to assimilate as well as Lestat wants him to. Even after, did he say how many years passed? It felt like, I forgot how many years he said passed, but the fact that he still hasn't gotten used to the fact that he's got to kill people to survive, and then to see how far he's come, to the fact that at first he thought that he was gonna have to be a killer, and he was coming to terms with the fact that he might have to, you know, that he was gonna have to kill people in order to survive, to now eating a meal with the human across from one, speaking to him, seeming equals, when Lestat was telling him that he was just, you know, humans were nothing but meals on the food chain for him. I like how the story is showing you the past and the present, so it's like we see now how Louis changed, we see how far he's come, how far he's grown. Now I'm wondering what's going to be like the other conflicts that's going to come on, because we already see that Louis and Lestat have a toxic love affair, okay? We've all established that in the comments. I've seen we've all agreed this is toxic. I want to know how far the toxicity is going to go. You understand? How far down are we going to go before they realize, hey, bruh, this is not going to be good for either of us. We're going to have to go our separate ways. And it's honestly really sad because Lestat, I feel like Lestat is putting too much into Louis, like too much of his hopes and too much of his dreams into Louis, and I don't like that part about it, because it's like, look, you just met me at the same time. You didn't, you know, you have a whole different lifestyle from me. You picked me. You want me to assimilate to what you're doing, and it seems like you want me to fit into some type of box. Now you say I get to be free and I get to be me, but at the same time, when I tell you that I'm having problems with killing people, you get mad at me about it. I feel like what Lestat maybe isn't seeing in Louis is that he did not want to be a killer. He didn't want to have to pull out a knife on his brother. It's just something he had to do because that is the life that he was living in. But if Louis had a choice, he don't want to do that. He wants to run his little club, make all his money, live a good life. And unfortunately now, in order to do that, he had to accept being a vampire and all the stuff that comes with it. So it's like, you know, get everything you want in the world, but it always comes with a price. But I hope I'm not rambling too much. I hope everything I said made sense. I'm not sure. I'm a little high. But that's about it for the day, guys. So let's all exit stage left. But before you go, you already know, don't forget to hit that like button. And if you have not already subscribed but you're enjoying the content, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can be notified of more episodes of Interview with the Vampire when I post them, and anything else that I'm going to react to. Up here at the top is supposed to be a playlist of all my goodies that I've reacted to in the past. So if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to click up there so you can see more of my pretty face. And if you like so much of my content that you just can't wait and you have to see more, and up here in a second or two should be a list of other videos that I've reacted to. Feel free to check those out as well. So guys, until next time, this is Shalaya Homebody wishing you all adieu, a wiedersehen, and as always, farewell.
Welcome